Hello everyone, myself Ashish Patel from Electrical Engineering Departments LDRP ITR Gandhinagar. We will study the general aspect for design of machine in which subject of electrical machine design 1. Okay, we will study the different type of machines in previous semesters, AC machines and DC machines, which is operate on principle, working principle, constructions, and how to work the machine, okay, and application. Now we will start the design, how to design the machines. So first of all, we design the machine. We know about the general aspect for design of machine. Okay, general aspect of design of machines. So first of all, what is the meant by electrical machine design? So first of all, what is the design? Design may be define a creative physical realization of theoretical concept. In engineering, design is application of science, technology, and invention to produce machine to perform specified task with optimum economics and efficiency. Base consideration to develop a design are first of all base design base, matching the existing experience with R&D department, bringing in the latest material technology, limitation in design, convention in production line and transportations, working safety and reliability, maintenance and repair, environmental conditions. Second is specifications. Okay. तो हमें डिजाइन करना है कोई एनी मशीन, तो स्पेसिफिकेशन हमारे पास होने चाहिए, मीटिंग विद द कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट। ओके, कस्टमर की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है वो हमें जानना चाहिए। गारंटीज satisfy the national and international standards. Then second topic is design transfer. Transfer of design to factory format, that means drawing, process, instruction, job flow, meeting and deliver schedule. Third is information updating. Okay, what is the information about the machines? So first of all technical generals, मशीन के बारे में कितने जनरल्स, टेक्निकल जनरल्स है, R&D पेपर कितने हैं, रिपोर्ट, इंटरेक्शन इन मीटिंग, सेमिनार, कॉन्फ्रेंस. So मेजर कंसिडरेशन टू डेवलप अ डिजाइनर, मेजर कंसिडरेशन क्या होना चाहिए डिजाइन ऑफ मशीन? So the design should be carried out based on the given specification using variable material economically and to achieve the following. Okay, तो हमें क्या अचीव करना है? ऐसी डिजाइन करनी है कि जिसकी वजह से हम लो कॉस्ट, लोअर कॉस्ट, मशीन की लोअर कॉस्ट, ड्यूरेबिलिटी, conformity with the performance criteria as laid down in the specification. Okay, this is the main three achieve of the डिजाइन ऑफ मशीन. लोअर कॉस्ट होना चाहिए, कोई भी मशीन हम डिजाइन करें, ड्यूरेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए, कंफर्मिटी विद परफॉर्मेंस क्राइटेरिया एज laid down in the specifications. लिमिटेशन इन डिजाइन. ओके, तो लिमिटेशन क्या है डिजाइन में? तो फर्स्ट इज सैचुरेशन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक पार्ट्स. हम जो भी मैग्नेटिक पार्ट्स यूज कर रहे हैं मशीन में, उसमें सैचुरेशन. ओके, तो इंक्रीज सैचुरेशन की वजह से क्या होगा? increase the core losses and excitation at higher flux density, resulting in higher cost for the field systems. Second is when the losses are increased. So second one is temperature rise. Increase the temperature rise under the higher output, we can insulation and affect the life of machines. When the temperature rise, it is directly affect on insulation and directly affect the life of machines. Third is insulation. What is the insulation? Insulation, that means to withstand the electrical, mechanical and thermal stress which are produced in the machines. मशीन में जो भी स्ट्रेस प्रोड्यूस हो रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रिकल की वजह से, मैकेनिकल की वजह से या थर्मल की वजह से, वो विस्टैंड करने के लिए हम इंसुलेशन यूज कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट इज मैकेनिकल स्ट्रेंथ, स्पेशली इन टर्बो मशीन due to the large size and high speed. Efficiency. If high efficiency is the aim, अगर हमारा aim high efficiency है तो machine become costly. for lower efficiency, higher running cost and temperature rise. Okay, अगर efficiency हमें ज़्यादा चाहिए तो losses कम करने चाहिए. Okay, और कम करेंगे losses तो अपना efficiency increase होगी. बराबर. Next is customer specification. Impose limitation to identify the criteria for best design. Best design के लिए criteria क्या है वो हमें identify करना है. Commutation. Okay, so in DC machine output is limited because commutation problem, which is already known in the previous semesters, which is already studied in electrical machines, DC machines. Power factor impose limitations, especially in case of three-phase induction motor. Standard specification is biggest strain on the design because both are manufacturing as well as the consumer can't get away from the without satisfying them. Basic structures क्या है? Electrical machine design करनी है हमें. So what is the basic structures? So first part is magnetic circuit, which are elements are included, which are the construction parts are included in the magnetic circuit. So first of all is core, second one is yoke, and third one is air gap. Second main consideration part is electric circuit. In electric circuit, the main elements parts is stator, rotor winding and transformer winding. Dielectric circuit, that means we know the dielectric circuit, it is also known as the insulations. Thermal circuit, that means heating and cooling medium. Mechanical parts, that means frame, bearings and shaft, which is used in machines. Okay, so we know about the magnetic circuit and electric circuit. Okay, now so first of all the general aspect for design of machine. तो हमें क्या चाहिए जनरल एस्पेक्ट? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज द मेन डायमेंशन. ओके, कोई भी मेन डायमेंशन, तो आर्मेचर डायमीटर d and armature core length L are known as the main dimension of the rotating machines. Okay, this is the figure which show the diameter d here and length L. Okay, d that means armature diameter in and armature core length, which is main two dimension of rotating machines. Okay, now next is most important topic, total loading. Okay, हम जो loading apply कर रहे हैं machine में, तो there are the two types of the loadings are applied in machines, magnetic loading and electric loading. So first of all, what is the total magnetic loading? Total magnetic load is defined as the total flux around the armature periphery and is given by the P into phi. P that means number of pole and phi that means flux. So total magnetic loadings are denoted by P into phi, which is applied on the armature periphery. Second one is total electric loading. So the total armature ampere conductor around the armature periphery is known as the total electric loading, and it is given by the Iz into Z. So total electric loadings are denoted by Iz into Z. That means number of conductor, Iz into Iz that means current flowing through the conductor. Okay, so this is the two main loading, total magnetic loading and total electric loading. Okay, which is are applied on the machines. Now next is specific loading. Okay, so in specific loading there are the two types, specific magnetic loading and specific electric loading. Specific magnetic loading is defined total flux per unit area over the surface of the armature periphery is and is denoted by V average. That means is also known as the average flux density. How to define V average? Equal to P phi. आर्मेचर पेरिफेरी में जो भी फ्लक्स टोटल फ्लक्स कितना है आर्मेचर पेरिफेरी में, पी फाई डिवाइडेड बाय पर यूनिट एरिया, पाई इंटू डी इंटू एल, दैट मीन्स आर्मेचर लेंथ, and d that means armature diameter. Second one is specific electric loading. It is defined as the number of armature conductor per meter of armature periphery at the air gap, and it is denoted by AC. Specific electric loading AC equal to Iz into Z, that means which is electric loading, divided by pi d, that means armature periphery per meter of armature periphery, pi into d, that means armature diameter कितना है उस हिसाब से हमें स्पेसिफिक इलेक्ट्रिक लोडिंग अप्लाई करना है. Now, which are the factor affecting the total choice of specific magnetic loading and choice of electric loading, specific electric loading? So first is magnetic flux density in iron parts of the machine. Okay, iron मशीन में जो भी आयन पार्ट्स है उसमें मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स डेंसिटी कितनी है वो, दैट मीन्स मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट. ओके, जो हम वाइंडिंग को मैग्नेटाइज करने के लिए, एक्साइटेशन करने के लिए जो हम करंट फ्लो करवाते हैं वो. और सेकंड वन इज कोर लॉसेस. ओके, जब मैग्नेटाइजिंग करंट फ्लो होता है तो कोर लॉसेस आर अकर. Now third, what is the factor that decide the choice of specific electric loading? Okay, so first factor is permissible temperature rise. Permissible temperature rise यानी जो हम मशीन में जब करंट फ्लो करवाएंगे वाइंडिंग में तो उसमें से हीट प्रोड्यूस होगी तो टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होगा, तो वो लिमिटेशन होनी चाहिए कि इतना टेम्परेचर इंड्यूस कर सकती है, इतना विस्टैंड कर सकती है वाइंडिंग. सो परमिसिबल टेम्परेचर राइज. सेकंड वन इज वोल्टेज रेटिंग ऑफ द मशीन. वोल्टेज रेटिंग ऑफ द मशीन, जितना ज्यादा हायर वोल्टेज रेटिंग वाली मशीन होगी उतना स्पेसिफिक इलेक्ट्रिक लोडिंग ज्यादा होगा. Okay, size of the machine, it is directly proportional to the specific electric loading. Size of the machine is increased, specific electric loading is also increased. And second is current density. Okay, we know the about the current density. Okay, delta बराबर I by A, पर यूनिट एरिया में कितना करंट फ्लो होता है उसे हम बोलेंगे करंट डेंसिटी. So one more factor is current density, which is main factor affecting the choice of electric loading, specific electric loading. टेम्परेचर राइज, यानी जब हम करंट फ्लो करवाते हैं तो देर आर द करंट फ्लो करवाते हैं तो टेम्परेचर आर इंक्रीज इन द मशीन. टेम्परेचर आर इंक्रीज, दैट मीन्स लॉसेस आर इंक्रीज. लॉसेस आर इंक्रीज, दैट मीन्स efficiency is also decrease. Okay, so that's why we are using the permissible temperature rise. Now okay, now we derive the output equation of the DC machines. Okay, output equation of the DC machines. So E, first of all, we assume the notification E, that means EMF induced, back EMF, IA, that means armature current, phi, that means average value of flux per pole, that means total number of armature conductor, and that means speed in RPM, P, that means number of pole, A, that means armature of number of armature path of circuit, D, that means diameter of armature, L, that means length of the armature core. D and L, that is the main dimension of the machines. So first of all, power develop in the armature, कितना power develop हो सकता है, E into IA into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, E, that means back EMF in DC machines. In the case of generator, DC generator, it is denoted by EG. In the case of the DC machine, it is denoted by EB. So EG is nothing but the generated EMF in case, and EB is nothing but the back EMF. Okay, so here we write down the E into IA. IA, that means armature current into 10 raised to minus 3. So how much EMF are induced? Phi Zn by 60 cross P by A into IA into 10 raised to minus 3. So we gathering the P into phi into IA into Z by A into N into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 60. So in terms P into phi, we know that total flux, it is called the magnetic loading. Okay, magnetic loading per unit area of armature surface is called the specific magnetic loading. Average value of flux density, B average. B average is nothing but the P5 by pi dl Weber per meter square. Okay, so V P5 equal to B average pi into DL. Okay, now terms IA into Z by A here, IA into Z by A, which is represent the total ampere conductor on the armature and is called the electric loading. So electric loading and unit length of armature periphery is called the specific electric loading. It is denoted by Q as well as AC. So AC equal to IA into Z by pi D L. So we compare IZ by A equal to AC pi D. Okay. Now 2 and 3 equation are put in equation number 1 and we get the output equation C0 d square L into N. C0 is nothing but the output coefficient of the DC machine. Same we derive the output equation of the AC machines. Okay, and the output equation of the uh, AC machine here. First of all, we considering the M phase machine having a one circuit per phase kVA rating of the machine Q, number of phase into output voltage per phase into current per phase into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, induced EMF per phase, कितना EMF induced होता है per phase 4.44 F5 pph into kW. So Q equal to M, put the value volt induced EMF per phase in equation number 1 here put. So we get the equation Q equal to 1.11 kW V5 2M IPH TPH into NS into 10 raised to minus 3. The total number of armature conductor equal to number of phases into 2 into turns per phase. Okay. So total electric loading IZ into Z equal to 2M IPH into TPH. So Q equal to 1.11 kW total electric loading into total magnetic loading into synchronous with NS into 10 raised to minus 3. So P5 equal to pi DLB average and IZ into Z equal to pi D AC. Here both the value put in equation number 2 here Q equal to, and we get the equation C0 d square L into NS. But in this AC machine C0 is 1 B average AC kW 10 raised to minus 3 d square L into NS. Okay, so this is the output equation of the AC machine and output equation of the DC machine. In this video lecture, we see about the general aspect of the machines, okay, which are factor affecting the specific magnetic loading, specific electric loading, and what is the output equation of the AC machine and DC machines. Thank you.